Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It's another interview with one of my business partners, and I want to introduce you, Tshidi Monatsi from Johannesburg, South Africa. Hey, hello
Yay!
there.
Hi,
Hi.
hi. How are you doing?
Welcome. Good, good. Welcome to my
Thank you,
interview.
thank you. Thank
And
you for
thank you.
inviting me.
And thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. It feels so good. It's wonderful. I never thought I would be
Yeah.
doing this, in my life, but yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, and it's so great that we can do these interviews from different locations. You're in South Africa, I'm in Europe, I'm in Italy, and we're doing this, right?
Absolutely. The mighty superpowers of technology these days, eh? Like it's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Why don't you introduce yourself to us, please?
Yes, hi everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastically well on this Thursday. My name is Tshidi Monatsi from Johannesburg in South Africa. It's a wonderful weather outside. It's a bit chilly, but it's summer here. Yeah, so I am single. I'm not married. I don't have kids yet, but yes, I'm also a full-time digital business owner. And as Rhoda has alluded earlier, we are in the same community of the business, though we are not financially connected. But yes, that's me in a nutshell.
So, what was your background prior to your online business?
Wow, I was in the finance industry most of my life. Immediately after high school, I went to a university. I studied banking, got my 3-year degree, but I never worked in the banking industry. And then I immediately, after I graduated, the following year, somebody saw my high school results and he was like, we think you could be very good being a chartered accountant. And to be honest, I wasn't really aware what a chartered accountant does. And this guy was like, there's a school, a private university in a certain area. I'm going to fill up the papers for you. Just go there and then just give them these papers and they're gonna interview you and then you are definitely gonna go in there. And I was like, it's a private university, I don't think I'll afford that. The guy was like, don't worry, your results are so good, you're actually gonna make it, they're gonna pay everything for you. And that's exactly what happened. So after my banking degree, I never worked in the banking industry. I went straight to this private university. I was very lucky, the universe was just very good to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I studied towards being a chartered accountant. And then, because it was my first experience, I didn't quite make it there. But then I swapped universities. I went to the University of South Africa. I'm sure majority of people know it. And then that's when I studied full part time there because I was working and studying at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did my articles and I completed my articles to be a chartered accountant. And then somewhere along my journey, in the industry, I'm actually specifically in the external auditing. So I was auditing. But somewhere along that journey, I felt that, this is not for me. Like this, I'm meant to be something bigger there, but I just don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I needed something that's gonna that's something that's gonna put me on a world platform in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And people are doing things outside, but then for me, I was like, I don't know what it is, but there must be something. So, but I was still in the industry, so I've been working in the external auditing industry and tax as well for just a little bit over 13 years, up until in June when I had to do this business full time. So yeah, in a nutshell.
Okay. So how did you end up going online?
So I was working for a certain company as an external auditor. We go to clients and audit, blah blah blah. It was a very nice industry. What I enjoyed about it was going to clients and auditing and meeting different people, communicating with different people from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
I'm a people's person. I enjoy that. I love listening to people, listening to your stories, and it's a fun thing for me. We just laugh and talk about life and things like that. It's quite interesting. And so what happened is this company was actually not really doing that well.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to leave this company. I just didn't know I would actually leave the way it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But for me to do this full time, this business full time, I was forced to leave the company. I was actually retrenched, what other people in other parts of the world call it laid off.
Mm-hmm.
So I was unexpectedly retrenched on the 3rd of June. It was on a Monday. I will never forget it.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and then I found myself doing this now full time, and but it wasn't stressful for me. I was actually very happy. I was grateful for that, because I knew I had found a gold mine.
Yeah.
And so that's what probably made this transition very easier for me, because I knew there was something bigger for me, something that I've always wanted. So yeah, it wasn't that bad at all.
Yeah. Actually, how many people can have that big smile after 3 months of being laid off, right?
That's true. That my family, they were very surprised. My friends were like, "Wow, Tshidi, like really, are you sure? Are you just lying to us? Are you playing jokes or anything?" Because I do joke a lot at times. But they couldn't believe it. They were like, "Wow, this is amazing." What they didn't know is that I've been practicing, the law of attraction since
Yes.
2018. So I understood how the whole mindset works, how you attract things to you. And
Mhm.
luckily, I was like, I'm not going to feel bad about this, because I know that the universe has different plans. And this is one of the paths that I need to take to get to the bigger goal, that I want to get to. So if I had stayed in that office, being stuck in that office, I wasn't gonna, I wouldn't be here right now,
Yeah.
probably, maybe not today. But
Mm-hmm.
things are just happening, and I'm so grateful for that. So I'm glad it happened. Some of my friends still don't believe it. Some of them I haven't even told, they think I'm still working. Um, so because I'm not complaining or anything, and I don't want to tell them, because I know they're gonna feel sorry for me and all that, and I don't want that.
Yeah, you don't need that negative
No,
vibrations
no,
around
no,
you
I
and
don't need the
around your
negative
business.
vibrations.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
definitely. No, 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 no negativity here. No.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of this business, right? They also teach us how to shift our mindset and
True.
to be on the receiving end of blessings of good
Yes,
positive things around you, right?
yes, yes, yes. That's
So
that's that's the best part about it. And it's not just a business for the sake of business.
yeah,
We are learning a lot. The personal development journey in this community is amazing. On top of the material that I've already known, from learning about how the universe works, the laws of the universe, the whole
yeah,
law of attraction. And when I came across this community and I saw the book club also, and I saw the books that they were reading, I was like,
yeah,
oh my gosh, this is God sent. I'm so grateful for this.
yeah,
I was like, I am at home. I feel so blessed. I'm at
yeah,
home. So
yeah.
yeah, because before I joined this community, I almost joined another company.
Hmm.
But that company, the way they were doing things, I couldn't, join in immediately, because we were expected to pay a certain amount every month. And I was like,
Uh,
ooh, I don't think I can afford to do that. And so when I came across this community, I was like, ooh, this is exactly what I needed. I'm so happy that I found it.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah. So,
I'm just gonna charge my phone.
okay. Yeah, sure. So, my next question is, what were your reasons and goals on starting this online venture?
Um, my reasons for starting this business Wow, there's so many reasons. I've always wanted to have my own time. I've always wanted to, the feeling of being stuck in the office. I was never a fan from the beginning. I mean, after university, when I started working, the whole office thing, I sort of like had a problem with it, but because the environments that we grow up in, being taught that, you need to go to school and then get this nice job that's going to pay you well, to survive,
Yeah.
because that's exactly what's happening. They're paying us salaries to survive. Unless if you are this big person, you are the CEO, of the company, the chief financial director,
Yeah.
then, but other than that, the fact is you still earning that salary. I had a problem with just reporting to someone. That thing of having someone uh, treating you like you are nothing, like they are bigger than you, they are better than you. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, no, but we are all human beings. Your position shouldn't be determining how you must treat me. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
work position, but we are all human beings. So one of those are some of the things that actually motivated me. And like I say, I always had this vision and this feeling in me that I am meant for something bigger out there, something bigger than myself, something bigger than what I am currently in. And I felt like I was wasting my time working, but I had to do it
Yeah.
because I was expected to do it. My family, they wanted to see me working and, prospering out there, making a killing, that
Yeah.
salary. And they don't even know how much I earn. They didn't even know how much I earn. But just because you are driving, you can afford certain things, and they think that you are killing it. And the other misleading thing about my industry, my profession specifically, is that whenever you get to companies, and then you get introduced, and you're like, my name is Tshidi, I'm the auditor. Like, people just start getting scared because you are so respected, which is good,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't know, how you are feeling. The things that I saw when I was auditing, the inequalities that I saw, I was like, this is not the kind of life. This is not the kind of things I want to experience and see. This is very saddening.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some of the things that actually motivated me. And my dad also, he wasn't doing very well, with his health.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed time to spend with, because I'm the only girl. I've got three brothers and I'm the only girl, and my brothers are no longer living here.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents are no longer together. My mom lives elsewhere, so it's just me and my dad here. So there was a time when he got sick and I had to leave work to take him to the hospital. He would phone me. And I remember there's a time when I actually switched jobs to get a job closer to home, so that when I get that call, then I can rush out and go rescue him, take him to the doctor or hospital. And that was one of my major reasons why I wanted to do a business that I can take anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And when things like that happen, then I don't have to ask for leave from work, for permission, all those things. So I've always just wanted that kind of freedom, that kind of time freedom, that kind of financial freedom, because it feels so good when you know that you have this time, because time is priceless. You can't get
Yeah.
back time lost. And when you see these people that we are working for, they spend time with their families. They can leave work any time of the day they want. They take holidays whenever. But in my industry, those who know how the external auditing, or the finance industry works, the deadlines are so hectic. And you go to work early, you come back late, you only spend 10 minutes with your family, you sleep, and then it's the same routine every day. And I was like, I can't take this anymore. I mean, it was so bad. I ended up, having to lie sometimes at work and say, call in sick when I wasn't sick, and I just wanted to rest. So yeah, so those are some of my motivations: that time freedom and the financial freedom, and being able to focus on what exactly is it that I really really wanted for myself.
Yeah. Very.
So I'm just gonna put in the charger.
You already touched on My next question was what do you like most about being an online entrepreneur, and you already said it. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's a toxic environment, and
true,
it's not a healthy lifestyle.
true.
And I'm glad that you have your time now to spend with your father.
Yes. And my dad has become so much better because I was able to, do some researches about, his state of health.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to take him to different places.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've changed a lot of things for him, which has also worked for me.
Yeah.
And he's way much better now. And I
Oh,
know for sure that if I hadn't if that hadn't happened, if I wasn't doing this full time, though I would have wished if it was me who would have resigned first before I was laid off. It would have been
mm.
nice. But yeah, after I got retrenched, I was like, this is a sign from the universe. I'm so grateful, and it just means I must just go for this because it's what I've always wanted. Having a business of mine that I can take anywhere. And when that happened, on the 3rd of June, I took the opportunity, I grabbed it with both hands, and I was like, I am never going to look for a job ever again. I'm going to do everything in my power to make this work, and if I'm going to have any job, it's going to be something that I create
Yeah,
myself, not somebody else, because you can't have that freedom if you're working for somebody else.
for someone
I
else.
don't care what company you work for, if it's one of the Forbes 500 companies. The fact that you are still earning that salary, someone is determining how much you must earn. You
Yeah,
will never be wealthy. Rich and wealth are two different things. I want wealth, and that's
yeah.
exactly what I'm going for. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And
Woohoo!
so, and I'm on the right track because my mindset is on that track, that right track. So that wealth is, I've already attracted it, and I'm allowing it
Definitely.
in slowly but surely. So I have friends who have like high positions, in these banks and all that. Some companies, some of them are CEOs of insurance companies in the country. But you know what? The stress, of having to put, put together those reports and checking on people and all that, sleepless nights and whew, I'm
Yeah,
so glad I'm no longer in that. Honestly, I'm so glad. I'm grateful. I'm controlling my own time.
yeah.
I can decide if I want to wake up at 11 a.m. and then work for 4 hours and then do other things that are more important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of my dad where I need to. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't need me a lot these days because he's much much better. And
Oh, that's
then
great.
sleep early. Sometimes I work at night, which is much better because it's quiet and it's peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think the night before I slept at 2 a.m. because I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about waking up at 6 o'clock going to a job. And I didn't sleep late because I had some hectic deadline to complete, to submit. No, I slept late. I decided to do the work late and sleep that early hours because I'm doing it for me
Yeah,
and I'm enjoying it. So that's another thing. You have to enjoy what you're doing. So I'm enjoying it and it's fun. It's really, really,
it
really fun.
is. It is. I'm so happy for
Definitely.
you. I am so happy for you and for your dad that
Thank you so much.
he's doing well, he's doing better now.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
so
much.
you're welcome. So, um, my last question for you is why do you recommend our community?
Wow, 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 wow. You know, because I've always worked my entire life since after high school, since after university. Oh, first of all, I wasn't really aware about this business, right? As I've mentioned earlier, a friend of mine actually introduced me to this business, but with another company in Australia. And obviously, I couldn't afford, paying a certain amount every month.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came, then I decided to stop a little bit, like And I was like, no, I can't pay this amount every month, just to be in that community.
Mm-hmm.
And because I don't know what I'm going to gain in that
Mm-hmm.
community and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, let me just wait a little bit. And that was last year, I think around August, somewhere there, up until, or even later last year. I don't remember the exact date. And then December, I came across, I was on YouTube, and I was checking things, and then I came across this guy who's currently now, his wife is my mentor, and he was replying on somebody else's comment, and I was like, so I replied back, and I was like, but is it true that this is what's happening with this community, blah blah blah, your community?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was like, yeah, try it out. Like, send me, and then he said, send me a private message. Then I'm gonna get your number, and then I'm gonna send you the details.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy, he didn't waste time. He sent me the link, and then I checked out the link. I checked out the reviews and all that, and the link to the live webinar. It was a replay of that week,
Mm-hmm.
because we have like they've got two live webinars
Yeah.
every week. So he sent me a link from the previous day, and I sat down, I checked it out with my partner, and we were very impressed. And we were like, if an opportunity presents itself on a silver platter, just like that,
Yes.
why not take a
Yes.
chance? And I said, I'm not going to waste time. I am going to plug into this community. I want to see myself if what these people are saying is true. If these people are actually having this time that they're saying they are having, and they have all these things that they say they have, because this business has enabled them to do things that they never thought they'd be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have been able to bring their families to come over to visit them.
Yeah.
Some of them have bought houses with the income that they are making,
Yeah.
from this business. It was amazing, and I was like, I'm plugging it in. And then I joined the community in January, and I was blown away. When I joined in January, I think there were about 10,000 people. Actually, there were just a little under 10,000 people when I joined in January this year,
Mhm.
2019. And right now we are sitting at 28,000 plus. That's
Yeah,
how
almost
quickly this
29.
community is growing.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's growing. Why? Because of the community. The community is amazing. When I got in there, I was surprised. I saw people from all over the world, people speaking different languages, but we speak one language.
Yeah.
A community that is so tight and close. People we are more like family. I
Yeah.
mean, look at us right now, you and
Right,
me. It's
right.
like we've known each other for a long time,
That's
but you're
very
like,
true.
exactly. We've never even met physically.
Yeah,
You are like 1,000 miles away. I am here,
yeah.
but because of the community, the sense of togetherness and happy and family, that family factor, it's what has brought us here, you and me,
Yes,
right
yes.
now. And it's people are helping each other there. If you need help, assistance with anything, people are helping each other. They are happy to come up with ideas, and assistance where they can, to help. The mentoring and the coaching is
Oh
amazing.
my
That's
God.
the great thing about this business. You are doing this business, but as an individual, but you are never alone. You have a mentor of your own. You get assigned your own coach, and that coach is always available for you, and the mentor whenever you need. I'm actually part of a certain another community for something different, and you only get 3 coaching calls there, and that's it. And they upsell you things. When they upsell
Oh.
you get another coaching calls, but only 3. They're limited to 3, and that's it. Afterwards, you are on your own. You have to plug in the community. You have to ask people inside there, and if nobody can't assist you with your question, you just have to figure it out on your own. Google it, go to YouTube, something. unless if you are really, really lucky for somebody to come back and say, I had a similar problem, I can help you. But in this community, when you have a problem with a system, or how to do your ad, or what must I do next, people are available just like that. Just
Yes.
you call your mentor. If they're in another country, like my mentor is in Canada, both my mentor and my coach. If I send her a WhatsApp right now, she will respond. And even if she doesn't respond immediately, I know she's going to respond, before the day has ended. My coach is also the same. They are readily available. If I need to ask a general question, if I go to the community page, people, the answers just come flocking in, just like that.
Yeah.
So you are not alone. Like, I can reach out to you, for example,
Of
and that's
course.
exactly what I did the other night. I reached out to one of the community members who's based in Norway,
Mm-hmm.
and we were chatting, and like, she wasn't like, no, you're not part of my team or anything like that, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna help you. No, no, we don't work like that here.
Yeah.
And I know that when I visit Italy now, I'm gonna call Rhoda, and Rhoda is gonna be available to show me around.
Yeah.
When Rhoda comes to South Africa, I am here, she's safe. you
Woohoo!
know when I go to Canada, I have family there. I'm
Yeah.
sorted. So this is the type of community you want to find yourself in. The community is what makes us stronger. The community in this business pushes us to be the best versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
The community in this business will make you see that you are meant for bigger things than what you already are or what you already have. People who join this community, they they sometimes they are very stressed. They don't know what to do with their lives. They are having problems back at home, at work. And but once they plug into the community, their mindsets change. The books that we are recommended to read, they change our lives. It's super, super, super amazing. It's something that I've never heard of or seen in the world. And
Mm-hmm.
I agree with majority of people who are in this community, who are saying, we've never experienced this. People who have done MLMs, businesses out there, and
Mm-hmm.
they're like, we've never seen anything like this before. They've attended their own meetings with their MLMs businesses.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is not an MLM, this is not a multi-level marketing business. No, it's
Mm-hmm.
not.
Mm-hmm.
It's what makes it easier, because people don't have the opportunity to be greedy, you know,
Yes.
and
Yes. Oh my
focus
God.
and to focus on themselves to make money. No. So that's the best part about this business. It is a business. It's gonna be a business. You're gonna make so much income that you're gonna be forced to register a company so that you pay your dues, to the government of the country
Yeah.
that you're coming from.
Yeah.
So this is really motivating. So I'm glad I'm part of this community. Honestly, I have found a family. I can travel abroad now without any fear, because I have people that are gonna be there for me when I need help or if I
Mm-hmm.
get lost and things like that. But yeah, we help each other in this community. This is the best community you have to find yourself in.
Yes. This is second to none,
Oh my gosh,
right?
I talk too much.
That's okay. I actually enjoyed this interview a lot. And I want to thank you. And I want to thank you so much because this interview has been really, really enjoyable. I really enjoyed listening to you.
Thank you so much.
I know that our audience, I know that they are enjoying too.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much to everybody. And yeah, if people want to really, really know what exactly is it that we do, they must just reach out to us. Don't be scared, to ask questions, to find out what is it that we are doing. Because like I'm saying, if an opportunity is presented, right on your face, and you just, push it aside, and then later you regret not taking action and asking, you're gonna regret it at some point. And we're not saying, take action immediately. We're saying take action to take the next step.
Yeah.
Just reach out and ask, people, what exactly is it that you're doing, and then we will be more than happy to tell you what it is. I mean, the information is freely available. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you don't have to pay for the information, why not reach out and ask what is it that we are doing, because you see a lot of adverts these days on Facebook, and they all want you to pay money, but in this community you don't have to pay lots of and lots and lots of money, to be plugged in to stay and find out. You're going to get the most important information for free, and if it's coming to you for free, why not take a chance? Why not look at it? It only takes 1.5 hours of your time, which will probably be the best investment you've ever made in your entire life and for your family. So, because we know people, the thing is, some people don't want to be open and accept their current situations. People are used to living normal lives, like challenges seem very normal to them. They don't even see when an opportunity is right in front of them.
Yeah.
That's the challenge, in this economy. Uh, the, there's a strike happening here in South Africa. It's all over the news. It's happening on Friday. Guess what? The major banks, the staff who are working for the major banks in South Africa are going on strike this Friday on the 27th of September because thousands of jobs have been shared in the banking industry in South Africa. And it's not only the banking industry, most companies are busy retrenching people right now as I'm speaking to you right now. And people are taking on, the streets, to say to the government and the banks, corporate, to say, no, you can't be sharing this job. But the thing is, it's a reality, it's happening. Banks are now shifting into technology.
Mm-hmm.
Our business is technology based, and you don't need to be scared of losing a job when you are doing this business. But those guys are losing their jobs. Over 8,000 people are going to be retrenched, and probably more. That's the figure we are getting from the news, but it's probably more than that. And people, I know a few people who are actually scared right now. They don't know what they're going to do, where they're going to find jobs. But you know what, you don't need to be scared. Like, you should use your fear as a motivation, to focus on
Definitely.
yourself. And here's an opportunity. It's not only happening in South Africa, it's happening with other countries as well. I know there's bigger companies in Canada, for example, that have just retrenched people. And you know what? The online space, it's still young. This is the right time for you to start in the online space. And technology is going nowhere. It's just getting better and better by day. And if you don't have your business online, it's gonna die, unfortunately. So you have to have your business online. That's what Bill Gates says as well. If your business is not online, your business is not gonna make it. So yeah, this is an opportunity to start now while it's still young. Technology is still young, and grow with it. That's it.
I couldn't have said it better, TD. Thank you so much for coming on. And
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. There you have it, friends. You heard it straight from the source. Tshidi Monatsi from Johannesburg, South Africa.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Thanks for
Thank
inviting me, Rhoda. This was
You're
wonderful. I
welcome.
thoroughly enjoyed it. It was fun.
Me too. Me too.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
guys for
much.
thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.